Welcome to the channel, folks. My name's Shane. Recently I did a trio gig for the first time in a couple of years, and as the night went on I started to remember all these ways you can fill out blues by using rhythm and lead stuff and keeping it all on time and making it sound more interesting if you're the only guitar player on stage. So if you're playing in a trio or if you're at a blues jam and you're the only guitarist, what you can do to kind of fill it out, mixing both rhythm and lead ideas. So the first thing we're going to do is start in the key of A, and I'm not even going to change to the 4 and 5 chords. We're going to stick on the 1, and this is really good practice. So part of what I want to try and do now is play the riff, play a lick, and come back to the riff. So we're not even going to bother about the chord changes right now. This is really good practice. I used to do this all the time, and then you can start moving it around as you get more comfortable and confident with your timing. So here we go. Now, just to keep things simple, the note choice, it doesn't really matter as long as you're playing on time. So you can mix it up. If you know different scales, go for it. If you want to mix the minor and major together, you can do that as well. But the thing for me is just coming back on time. You can also then mix it up with some different chord voicings as well. So instead of just playing the riff, see, on that one, I didn't resolve back to the ideas straight away. You're not locked into this formula, but this is a really cool way of knowing where you are in the song, and also doing this with the changes will also solidify where the actual rhythmic quality is. Now, unless your bass player is going off somewhere else, if they're following the main progression, you can pretty much do this anywhere. And I'll show you a 12-bar pass using this exact same idea. And I'll move up visibly to each of the changes here. So. Now, I'm pretty sure if you followed along there, the changes and the chords and the lick would all follow that exact pattern. So I didn't do the same thing every time either. I sometimes didn't accent certain chords, but that's the cool thing about this. There's no right or wrong. As long as you're throwing in some sort of rhythmic idea, now and then it's going to tie it all together, even if it's just on the 1. So you can go like... Now you might be thinking that Crossroads inspired riff was a little bit too complicated. Now it doesn't matter where you're at, as long as you know some sort of rhythm in blues, you can start to learn and how to incorporate both rhythm and lead at the same time. So one of the first riffs I ever learnt was this. We'll go in the key of A. So you get the idea. Take any riff, take any chord pattern that you can play, whether it's a shuffle, a slow blues, a bumper bumper, or any of these kind of blues sounds, then you should be good to go. So it doesn't really matter, sounds or songs I meant to say. So it doesn't really matter. Any of these kind of grooves or whatever, you can translate into this exact idea. Just make sure your foot is tapping. If you're no good at keeping time, put on a backing track, a drum backing track or something. I'll leave some links up here in the cards. You can listen to some up here and practice it to that. And that way your timing will be good and you'll know when you're out. You want another good way of learning how to make sure you're on time? Film it. Filming it is the best way to learn. You'll look back and you'll go, oh man, I'm so out of time. Or that was actually pretty good. I'm gonna keep doing that, but all of this stuff I need to work on. That's what I've done over the years. I've been lucky enough to film a lot of live gigs as the best learning tool in the world. If you can't film it, put your phone on the desk or whatever and just listen back to it and listen to what's going on and see if you can improve it, moving forward. So that's my little tip and trick for getting around playing on your own in a trio or in a blues jam where you're the only guitarist and you want to kind of fill it out and make sure that you're sort of doing something interesting as well. Mix up the chord shapes that you use as well. Mix up all the little tricks. You can slide chords up and down the guitar as well, but just to keep things simple, I thought I'd show you the fundamentals of keeping the groove and playing some lead in the middle. Thanks for watching, guys. My name's Shane. I just thought I'd throw this video together. It was something that I've been thinking about a lot recently, especially after the trio gig. It sort of opened up that part of my brain I hadn't used in such a long time, especially playing with another guitarist. So I thought I'd share this with you. I hope it's been helpful. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. And what I'll do now, I'll show you some live clip of this exact idea in the context of a live mix. So I hope you enjoy it. Thanks again. Catch you soon. See ya.